Yo, what is going on, guys? It is me, Jolts, and welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. In this video, I am starting a brand new series, and this series is just about what the title says. It is a specific weapon versus the Legion boss fight from Outbreak's Easter egg. Now, this boss fight is kind of difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. This boss fight is pretty difficult. I don't think a lot of weapons can do it, but if you guys want to see other weapons go up against Legion boss fight, just comment them down below. So, for example, like the ZRG sniper rifle or whatever that thing's called. If you want, I can try that, or leave your own down below. I have two restrictions though. One, no melee weapons, because it's impossible to do them with melee weapons because you cannot reach the Legion's weakness with a melee weapon. And the second restriction is no shotguns besides the Streetsweeper, which is this video, because to be honest, I don't think that I'll be able to even get like a third of his health down. So as you guys saw, originally I was going to do the ballistic knife versus the Legion boss fight, because if you don't know, the ballistic knife is a really good weapon versus the Orda versus Mega, like any boss, the ballistic knife is phenomenal against. Not this one though. This one, it does no damage. I think it did like 914 damage per knife, which is not cutting it. But anyways, like I was saying, I learned pretty fast that the ballistic knife was not good for this boss fight, so I decided to switch to my Streetsweeper and test that out. Now, I do think that this is possible with the Streetsweeper. I honestly do. You just got to get lucky with how often he teleports, and if he teleports to an area where there isn't that purple cloud of smoke or whatever. So right here I was being pretty dumb, and I didn't pay attention that I was going to die if I was inside the circle, so now I know that. That won't happen again, most likely. Now, I did make a mistake with this video. I wanted to try it with Ring of Fire, and I completely forgot to try it. So maybe if you want me to go back in with the Streetsweeper or even the ballistic knife with Ring of Fire, I can try that out. I don't think it's worth it, though. I still don't think you'll be able to do it with the ballistic knife. You'll definitely be able to do it with the Streetsweeper then, but ballistic knife, no, that's not cutting it. I'm excited to try out different weapons because the tactical rifles just got buffed so much. They are really good now. The M16 was already a really good weapon, but now it's just a lot better. So if you guys want me to take like really OP weapons in here, I'm totally down. And also, as long as it's not a melee weapon or a shotgun, besides the Streetsweeper, of course, if you guys want me to take in a really bad weapon and see how effective it is against the Legion boss fight, I will do that as well. Just comment down below what weapon you want to see. And if you have any requests to improve this series, also let me know down below in the comments. But like I was saying, if you play your cards right, the Streetsweeper is definitely viable for this boss fight. This boss fight is definitely doable with the Streetsweeper. As you guys will see, the only reason why I lost is because I didn't shoot the orb that he did like the first time I took him down, because a mimic grabbed me and I wasn't able to do it in time. That's also what happened whenever I tried to do this boss fight for the first time. I got grabbed by a mimic while I was shooting his orb, and it went away too fast. Now, if I was a betting man, I would almost guarantee you that Treyarch is 1000% going to nerf this boss fight. There is no chance that they made it this difficult on purpose. With their track record of how easy they're making Easter eggs and boss fights and just everything in Cold War Zombies, if they actually purposefully made it this difficult, I will be 100% surprised. I'm not complaining about the difficulty, don't get me wrong. I love that it's this difficult. But with that being said, you look at every other map in this game and every other Easter egg, every other quest to build the wonder weapon or whatever, it's all really easy and really hand-holding. The Firebase Z Easter egg you can complete in 3 fucking seconds. You can complete it in 3 seconds. The Orlov boss fight, or Orklov, whatever his name is, I don't really know, and to be honest, I don't really care. His boss fight is really easy as well. All you gotta do is train around and you'll be completely fine. Because you don't gotta kill any zombies, you just gotta protect him, and he cannot die from zombies. Every now and then he'll get a couple zombies to latch onto him, and he will stop the download process, but other than that, that boss fight's really easy as well. So this boss fight being this difficult is a huge surprise to me. I remember back at launch, people were complaining, or maybe it was DLC 1, I don't remember, but some time ago, people were complaining, like us hardcore zombies players were complaining, that the Easter eggs and the boss fights are too easy. And Treyarch said that they have absolutely zero intention on changing the way boss fights and Easter eggs and everything works in Cold War. I think we finally got to them though. I think the hardcore players, I think we finally got to them. And I think they're finally understanding that the boss fights need to be more difficult, because they're not boss fights if the boss isn't difficult to fight. 99% of the time, the bosses are supposed to be difficult. Same with Easter eggs, they're supposed to be hidden. They're supposed to be difficult. They're not supposed to be easy and handholdy. An Easter egg is supposed to be hidden. And for the most part, outside of like 3 lines of dialogue, they did not handhold at all. They gave very obvious hints on what to do, but other than that, we were really left in the dark for this Easter egg, and I love that. I love that it was difficult. It wasn't difficult to find, but it was a lot harder to do the Outbreak Easter eggs than it was to do the D Machina and the Firebase Z Easter eggs, because like I said, they were extremely handholdy and extremely easy and simple. With that being said though, I do wish this Easter egg was like another step or 2 longer. Now people are going to lose their mind the fact that I said that. They're going to be like, wait, what do you mean that you want it to be? This is already really difficult. This is impossible unless you're really good at zombies, but it's really not. All you got to do is take the M16 or the Carve, I think it's called, the new tactical, or new in quotation marks. Those weapons make this boss fight really easy because they do a lot of damage and they can take out the zombies fairly easy. Speaking of taking out the zombies, once again, just like almost every other Treyarch boss fight, the boss isn't what you have to pay attention to. Most of the time, you have to pay attention to the actual zombies and everything while you're trying to take out the boss. Because the boss zombie, outside of his puff of smoke, which isn't really a problem unless you're like me and you're a dumbass and you're not paying attention, it's really not a problem. And none of his other attacks are really too big of a problem either. He just sits there and he does his little thing and everything, and you gotta shoot him. The problem is, though, is trying to shoot him while you have a Panzer, a Megaton, 3 Mimics, 3 Manglers, 2 Tempests, and a fuck ton of Plague Hounds and zombies after you. That's what makes this boss fight difficult. If we look at the Mephistopheles boss fight, for example, you can see that boss fight, you have to pay attention to the boss. Outside of the last phase, the zombies are not a threat. The threat is the actual boss, Mephistopheles. He's that actual threat. Like, he's what you have to pay attention to. The boss is what you have to pay attention to. Imagine that. But anyways, I think I've rambled for long enough. I did go down and I revived myself at the end, as you guys will see, but I wasn't able to get back up in time and finish this. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you are new. Like I said at the beginning of the video, give me other weapons that you guys want to see against the Legion boss fight. I am down for any weapon as long as it's not a melee weapon or other shotguns besides the Streetsweeper, because melee weapons and the other shotguns besides the Streetsweeper, like I just said, are impossible to take out the Legion with. I think the shotguns are too slow, especially the Howler now. The Howler is not going to be able to do this, I can guarantee you that. And same thing with the melee weapons. You cannot reach him with any melee weapon besides the ballistic knife, which obviously you can't reach with the actual melee portion. You can only reach with the shooting out the knife part of the ballistic knife. I don't really know what it's called, but you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But anyways, like I said, let me know what weapons you guys want to see next down below. And with that being said, this is Jolts signing out. Peace.